What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. You guys are certainly up early in the morning, so make sure, I don't ask you all the time, but make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button because you might not get my next video because I just put up some beautiful Madden footage not too long ago of last year's game. We transitioned into this year's game, and here we are, Madden 22, the, so to speak, leaked cover. Every year this happens. Let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about every year what happens. Generally, we get the day where they're going to come out with the cover. They're going to come out with the hype trailer, the sizzle trailer, if you will. We're not going to get a lot to go on. And I really hope that EA takes a different approach this year because of how things were last year, how things have been last year. This is a game that was patched continuously. This is a game that we don't need to continue to bring it up. It had a horrible user score. This is a game that fell off the map for gamers, streamers, Twitch, YouTube, you name it. Content creators really struggled with what is a continually repetitive product. And when you come out with the MVP edition, you know, we really have to stop with the multiple editions of this game. Give us a working game. Give us one working copy and then sell us everything on top of that. Madden has really become a layered game the past couple years. It started with, pre-orders. You could get additional packs and bundles to Madden Ultimate Team. At this point, make the core game free. And then if people want to pay extra for Ultimate Team, then let them do that with these different editions. But clearly they've lost quality control in the emphasis of trying to sell different editions based on Madden Ultimate Team. The other thing about this that I really want to question is, if you're going to tell me, and someone can check my track record on this, years ago, I said the superstars, all of a sudden, when we start to talk about these player traits and themes, this was a bad concept for EA to go because it allows them to act as if they're adding something into the game when they're not. When they add in different X factors or superstar abilities, that's not changing what is a fundamentally broken game. So when they can come out and say, hey, we added 20, 30, 40 different superstar abilities, that gives the impression to a casual gamer, hey, EA is working on this. EA is doing something. But we all know that the fundamentals, the X's and O's, watch the video I just put up. It's not fixing those things. And I understand way back to Rex Dixon, you can't sell fixing a game on a cover. You can't call it the complete edition of Madden because now we've actually finished this game. But they need to come to terms with the fact that the community is well aware of how poor this product is, and we need actual substance in terms of what's being done. They can always generate these hype trailers. They can generate things for the fans. Obviously, I think it's interesting if you go back and look at the preview where they had to say, yeah, it's Peyton, or hey, it's Peyton, because to a lot of the casual gamers now, they may not know who Peyton Hillis was 10 years ago, when he really didn't have any type of illustrious NFL career. These, though, are the same children that are paying for cards of players they never got to see in real life, so I guess I have to take even my own statement with a grain of salt. But the reality is, unless they show some actual improvements, unless they actually give us a little bit of a nugget in the actual trailers that shows, hey, we listened, we've learned, we've adapted, we've educated ourselves with what the community has asked, and we're going to make this game better. You can have anyone on the cover you want, and it isn't going to change anything. To compare anyone to Tom Brady at this point is absurdity. That's, again, coming from a Colts fan. The fact that this is being used as a marketing ploy is kind of redundant. When they had Barry Sanders on the cover of Madden 25, did they directly compare anyone to Barry Sanders? No. This is kind of sacred ground for true hardcore NFL fans, students of the game, those of us that love the game. We don't want player comparisons. Don't tell me who the next Tom Brady is, because the New England Patriots couldn't determine who the next Tom Brady was. Those players got shipped all across the NFL. When you're trying to force the narrative of football, force the history of the game, that is a real issue when you can't even make a football game. MVP edition. Never going to even be the most played game in someone's collection of games right now. A game that's going to be played for 2 weeks, and you're selling it as any type of edition. EA Sports, if you can hear my voice, go to the erase board that you have and just take that little fuzzy eraser and get rid of everything on the board. And I want you to focus on football. Clint Oldenburg, get out of the overalls you wore to film that video at the farm and actually sit there and program line logic. Get a game that functions on a fundamental football level. Then come back to us and sell us different editions. Then come back to us and sell us dual athlete covers. Then come back and show us that this is a game worthy of our purchase. I know we say it every year. I even looked in the comments of my last video. Well, you're still going to buy the game. You're still going to do this. You're still going to support it. It doesn't justify how poorly EA treats its gamers. It doesn't validate the fact that they're not improving this game each year just because people buy it. In fact, I would think EA does everything they can to make sure that the game is bought because they're doing everything in their power to give it away. These are the things that get lost on so many creators, by the way. No one wants to sit here today and talk about the 50% off sales. No one wants to sit here today and talk about all the beta codes that turned into actual game copies. All the game keys that flooded the market. Every single person in and out of this community, myself included, has been given game keys to give away year after year after year. That doesn't equate to the game sold a whole bunch. That equates to EA is giving away a valueless digital copy so that more people can play it in the hopes that those people will venture into Ultimate Team and spend just $1. That's why all game modes flush you into Ultimate Team, because they know they can afford to give away a game that they don't put a lot of pride in the hopes that you spend $1 on a bundle and they can still make profit. This is a game that has been rinsed and repeated so many times, copy and pasted so many times that they don't actually even have to sell you a physical copy anymore to make sure that you get zero value and they get all their profit. But there's going to be people that sit here later on this morning that probably look at a 30-second trailer or get told about new superstar modes and are literally going to tap dance on their laptops and tell you how it's going to be an all-new game. Shouldn't even be having a discussion about the cover. The cover of Madden used to be a celebration. There is nothing to celebrate about this game. There is nothing EA should hang its hat on regarding this game. This should be a capstone game in the EA Sports building, and instead, it is an embarrassment. It is a game that continues to fall behind 2K Sports that was made on past-gen consoles. And no cover is going to change that. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. I guess I will talk to you later on in the morning when we finally get the illustrious reveal of the actual cover, in case this wasn't it. If EA spent as much time as they did promoting this cover as they did working on their game, maybe we'd be able to talk about an actual quality product in the week with more commentary.